Mahlzeit. When I was browsing some guitar ads, I came across this cheap Strat copy. I didn't know what brand it was because there was a sticker covering the logo, but I was able to see that the brand's name starts with a K. So I did some research and came to the conclusion that this should be a Stratocaster copy by the Japanese brand Kasuga. Kasuga made guitars for the US market in the 70s, and it is stated that these are pretty high quality copies. Based on the photos that the seller uploaded, I could already see that this guitar was not in a very good condition. Bushings for the tuners were missing, strings were missing, knobs were missing, and some screws had rust on them. The only things that were not missing were the mandatory scratches, dings and dongs. There is not much to tell you about the specs, because I can't find that much online. The body could be agathis with an alder laminate on top. The neck should be all maple with a maple fingerboard. What's pretty obvious, this guitar has only 21 frets, so that's pretty old schoolish. 3 single coil pickups, 1 volume knob, 2 tone knobs, a 3-way switch, a vintage tremolo, and my scale says that this Kasuga weighs 3.4 kilograms. But for only $40 I had to buy this guitar anyway, and fortunately for me it still wasn't sold. Oftentimes I find great guitars for ridiculously low prices, but they are sold within 5 minutes or less. There are a lot of people out there on the hunt for some good cheap guitars. I took a risk and hoped that this one would be easy and cheap to fix. First of all, let's have a look inside the tremolo compartment. And don't worry, I shortened most of the screwing action. The made in Japan branded tremolo, that is good. The tremolo springs are not looking that good, they have to be replaced in the near future, and have a look at that. The screws have been, well, screwed so deep into the wood that they penetrated the whole guitar body. Not good. Instead of replacing the worn out springs, the former owner just screwed the spring plate all the way to the stop in hopes to correctly adjust the tremolo. There is rust on the screws of the pickguard, but no rust at all on the pickups. Could be because they are not made out of exactly the same material. I don't think that the pickups were replaced, but who knows, right? And even the frets look like they have some life left in them. And now came the hard part for me. I was not able to find any bushings for a 70s Strat, and I had to measure the still existing bushings with a measuring stick. I still don't own a sliding caliper, but finally buying one is on my list. I found bushings that could fit at a Chinese eBay shop and ordered them for less than $5 including the shipping costs. Don't ask me how that's possible, but well, after a few weeks the bushings arrived and I could give it a try.
Geil! Einfach nur geil. Das war alles, Alter.
After celebrating my success, it was time to check if the electronics are still working.
So, dann wollen wir doch mal gucken. Ne? Let's see.
Let's have a look, let's have a cook. Let's have a looky. Okay. I really did not want to buy and install new potentiometers or even new pickups, so I was really glad that the pickups and the potentiometers were still working. Somewhat. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'll have to fix this too. But other than that, Kleinschiss, wie man sagt. Small shit. I will buy new springs for this guitar, of course. Holy diver. For the next few minutes I will just restring the guitar, tighten the input jack, mess around with the tremolo and the pickups. Not professionally done, but Bundy, butt shaker, Butkus. Butt plug. Okay. Oh! Works like a charm. Okay. The three-way switch made some crackling noises and so did the tone potentiometers. They also didn't smoothly change the tone. And let me tell you, I really love this tuner spray. Opala. That was a lot. A lot helps a lot. It made crackling noise producing potentiometers run smooth again. It's like you put new ones into your guitar. Actually, it's just cleaning them, maybe with a little bit of lubricant effect, but it worked so many times for me, it's ridiculous. Remember that I am just a guy who likes guitars. I don't really know how to fix them. And I'm not even good at playing them. So this is not a tutorial on how to fix anything. For now. I have absolutely no idea how to correctly set up a vintage tremolo. I am just unscrewing the screws that penetrated the guitar body a little bit loosen the trem by doing so. Nope. Okay, after half an hour of searching, I could have luck with this Torx key. Yes, it's working. Awesome. Okay.
Aufnahme gemacht? Aufnahme. Geil. Pretty cool.
Again, this was a steal, right? Of course, there's still some work to do to bring it back to its former glory, but at least this vintage Strat is in a playable condition now, and the costs to repair it came to $5. $10 if you want to include the new but cheap and slim 8-gauge strings. To be honest, I don't really know what to do with this guitar now. Should I make it beautiful again? Replace all the rusty screws? Should I leave it like it is? I like the used look, you know, and on this one it's authentic. Or should I even mod it? Put a humbucker and a more modern tremolo in it? A new nut and new tuners? Better strings, of course? I think that I just leave it like it is, simple and original. In a fairly good condition, these Kasuga Strat copies sell for around about $300 to $450. If you would buy a comparable and new guitar today, it is said that it would cost you $600 to $900. I could profitably sell it right now, but I would like to have a decent Strat model in my guitar pool without having to pay a fortune. It bothers me that it only has 21 frets. I always think that a guitar has to have 24 frets. But on the other hand, I can't shred even if my life would depend on it. Look at Dan Huff, for example, one of the most prestigious guitar players of our time. He wrote and played most of his iconic guitar parts and songs on his 64 Fender Stratocaster with only 21 frets. The difference between him and me is that he practiced for 10 hours a day. I don't even practice 10 hours a year. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Maybe you even could provide some more details about this Kasuga model. And how did you like the voice-over style of this video? Was it boring? Or more enjoyable than my usual stutter? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.